since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new me and you. I said I'm born in the music. I'm born in the music.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And they'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He finds his man, complete. It's Berry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A give up the middle to right.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Murray. Wright's got it. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's Murray. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Fourth down, here's Stroud.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be stopped right there at the 28. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Stroud now to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Berry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Here's Ty Zentner now.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Murray.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL.
Second down and 4.
Easy. Let's go.
To throw, it's Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Wright. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Motion man is Schwartz.
On play action, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
play action. Here's Stroud. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll run on first down with Wright.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'll go again here with Wright.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Stroud will look to throw once more. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Why Tony?
Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs.
from a yard out.
And the Texans get a bit closer. Now Cade York for the extra point.
He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Next to score, Dolphins 24, Texans 7. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Here's Murray. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Hey. 2-2. Sports.
Murray now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Big Ace open.
Murray going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
2-2.
Murray now. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he is going to lose yardage here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He sets to fire deep.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10.
Big Ace, Big Ace. Hey, Omaha.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Motion man is Schwartz.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Texans' 8-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Wright.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Wright,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's complete. It's Collins. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Stroud looking to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here goes Stroud again.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hill going to go in motion right.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Omaha.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Here's Murray.
Open man, here's Schwartz, complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff, and a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Oh, ready? Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, uno. 11. Look the hot, look the hot.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On the handoff, it's right.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A quick slant to Hill.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Coach. 2.
On the give, this is right.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll run with Wright.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They'll give this to Wright, running right.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt here still to come. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.